Good morning and welcome to the ASX Speed webinar for today, which is the, hey there Charles, I hope I didn't offend you with my ranting this morning. For Monday, the 1st of April 2019, and here's our disclaimer on warning. 2017 was 2 years ago. We have short-term bear pause warnings in Mirvac, SGP, Wesfarmers, and we have short-term bullhorns warnings in SFA. So we have short-term bear pause warnings in MGR.ASX, Mirvac, and the pattern is quite suggestive of it struggling a bit, but and this is the weekly chart, but generally the seasonal cycle continues up. So even if it dipped down to $2.57, it would be not a bad thing for a buy with the stop loss below $2.40. On the traders time frame, we see a little bit of a rounding, so we would expect it to come down to $2.72 or thereabouts. So I agree a little bit with the bear pause warnings, and notice the volume is ticking up on the daily chart. So look for a dip into the next day or so for a pickup. SGP.ASX Stockland is also on bear pause warnings short term. And this chart says there's been a lot of buying, but the range hasn't extended beyond the high of last week's. And so if it does break that high of last week, $3.94, expect $4.06. You would have a stop loss at $3.57 on the monthly charts. This is a monthly chart I'm looking at. Sorry, I thought it was a weekly. weekly is tipping up, so run a stop loss at $3.75 if you are buying this. Full stop, new line. Normally it tops and goes down after early May, so it's not necessarily the best short. The daily's seeing a little bit of a rollover, so expect down towards either $3.80 or $3.70, and you might have a look to pick it up down there. Now, Wesfarmers has a double top there. It is on short-term bear pause warnings. There was a bit of selling, so if you do want to short this, you could sell it with a stop loss above $35.20. Look for $34.24 or $33.61. As a short-term play. We have wedgies in the following Australian shares. And we have no short-term bullhorns warnings. QHAL, VanEck, Vectors, MSCI World. Ex-Australia. ECX.ASX, Eclipse Group. NUF.ASX, New Farm. SLR.ASX, Silverlake. IJR.ASX, iShares Small Cap ETF. BAL.ASX, Bellamy's. QMIX.ASX, SPDR, MSCI World Quality Mix Fund, whatever that means. GXY.ASX, Galaxy Resources. WDIV, SPDR, S&P Global Dividend Fund. Now I am going to ask you to ask me about some of these, so you can think of your questions. SAR.ASX Saracen. DHG.ASX Domain Holdings. RWC.ASX Reliance World Corporation. VAE.ASX Vanguard. FTSE Asia ex Japan. So is anyone interested in those ones? These are not all ETFs. So GXY for Dan. Dan wants GXY. We've seen a little bit of a rally on the daily charts with a bit of volume, full stop. What I see as more significant is that it's actually done a 61.8% retracement of the entire range from the low back in 2014 to the 2017 top. We look up to $2.52 or $2.74 on this monthly rally. So buying it with a stop loss below maybe $1.75 would be okay on the dailies. The best entry on the weekly charts is a break above $2. And if it falls a little bit further, expect $1.78, although I don't think that's going to happen from the look of the daily charts. Shorter term target is $1.99. We're now looking at Bellamy's. Bellamy's on the monthlies is still free and clear, looking for $12.96, if not higher. Longer term stop loss should be around about $8.86 and look to buy dips down to $9.93. On the weekly charts, a little bit of a dip over the last couple of weeks. Best area to buy would be $9.93. However, there is still some support at $10.63, full stop, new line. This isn't not as weak a stock as it used to be. On the traders time frame, we see $10.50 as probably the better pickup area, with the stop loss below $10.30. Silverlake targeting 99 cents and booming on the monthly charts with great volume. Currently, the medium-term stop loss should be at 72 cents. And a target at 93 cents or 95 cents. On the traders time frame, we see it drop down onto a top. A stop loss should be at 75 cents. And technically it does look pretty reasonable. Talk about the All Ordinaries Index. The All Ordinaries Index has rallied into the overhead resistance on the top of the channel, and there is a little bit of a downtrend line. As you can see in the chart below, there are 4 touches on this. Should this break up above 6,300, then it's going higher. Full stop. At this point, we should see some increases in the materials index stocks. Full stop. This is due to Chinese iron ore prices going up. So if the banks get sold off in preferences for the materials index stocks, then we should see the index go a little bit lower, or at least stay where it is. That little downtrend line is giving us the same picture as the friends that we have seen on the All Ordinaries Index. So we'll probably see it back down to about 61.39 on the XJR. On the financials index, we can see 58.60 was the area that it should have got up to, and it's weaker than the overall index, so it's more likely to be the little dog that gets kicked. And a break below 57.90 is not good. We can now look at the complete bar for ANZ for the month of March, full stop. Now this month of March has seen it got to the top of the channel and then come down, and volume has been high, full stop, new line. However, it is not good if it breaks $25.20. My brain and my gut are telling me there is something wrong with this rally. On the weekly charts, we see an increase of volume to the downside, and we remember that mid-April is the one where it gets a bit of a 2-week rally up from, full stop. So it's one that we don't want to be in too easily. On the traders time frame, we see a bit of an increase in volume, and we think that slippage over the next couple of days should normally be the start of the seasonal rally. So we might want to try and buy a dip, but just with a tight stop loss, or wait until it shows strength in a real way. The CVA is probably suffering a bit more and still can go down to $68.64 or even a bit lower, $65, $62 at its most dramatic. The weekly charts have headed down and are actually below for the full week of last week, below that channel, which is not a great sign, full stop. I really did think the week would have ended a little bit more special than it did. Traders time frame, we are in a PHG trade right now, I believe. And we need to lift the stop up to $70.10. Entered. Entered. I do want to do ANZ stop because that's bothering me. It's so wide. Let's clean that up before the market opens. Stop us at 20 here. Yeah, it's all right. We'll make it 24, 5, 20, or 24, 55. Okay. Raise the stop loss up to $25.20. New line. On the investors time frame, we're looking towards $26.89. We have a stop loss at $24.60. New line. NAB on the weekly charts is somewhat better than the previous two banks we've seen. It's still not great. We are currently long. And what we need to do is think about our stop loss, and if it's we can raise it up to $24.68. Sorry, 60 cents. On the traders time frame, it's confirming that it's the most appealing of the recent three banks. At the moment, we can have a stop loss at $25.05. which brings our stop loss up to just above break even. On the investors time frame, Westpac is doing okay. It's probably a little bit better than ANZ, a little bit better than CBA, and not as good as NAB. Having a stop loss below $25.10 is a good idea. On the intermediate time frame, it's down onto a bit of support, but generally it starts up like ANZ in mid-April. So we might get some bargains on Westpac and look for rally into the end of April. On the traders time frame, I'm pleased I don't own any Westpac, but it's kind of tough to pick up where it could be. And it is probably down into that gap area at $24.38. Let's do some materials index stocks. I can't make any recommendations on all Westpac. The materials index has been scooting along, doing quite well, and so it should, given the chart pattern we see in these iron ore price, full stop, new line. We have seen this do some nice things. It was seen it in the triangle. We thought it was good, and it's starting to break up again. It may not break out completely right now, but it's certainly got some nice things about it. New line. Things would change below 12,840. On the investors time frame, we see BHP making a new monthly high at $38.77. Stop loss is at $36, new line. On the intermediate time frame, we want to see $36.83 as a stop loss. And we've talked about the miraculous $40 area, full stop, new line. It's amazing. It's paid a dividend, a special one, and then it's still remained strong, full stop, new line. Yeah, I'm using the new Grammarly and it's completely slow. So I'm trying to do things nice, but it's not working. On the daily charts, we see rising volume and rising seasonal patterns, full stop, new line. So the cycles are still up. Thanks to Grammarly, I could type this faster. Make a lot more mistakes. It's really annoying. Oh, it's interesting, that's what we say. Now in Rio, we've been looking for $102, and it's also making a new monthly high. It's also making a new yearly high, full stop, new line. So Rio is in a strong position. Position. And I suggest a stop loss at $89 now. Stop loss should be at $89 now. Now, on the intermediate time frame, we have a stop loss at $92.23. One second, I need to disable Grammarly. It's just ridiculous. Slowed the whole thing down. Sorry about this, it's frustrating. Okay, so we'll do FMG while I'm waiting for this to come up. Currently on the daily charts, it needs a stop loss at $96.21. FMG, Fortescue Metals, booming. Now I have been talking about Fortescue as going up to, I think, $7.47 or thereabouts. We can see that volume last month was not so good, but at least it's making new highs. So the best thing we can say is run a stop loss below, say, $6.30 on the monthly time frame. Sorry, Grammarly's getting chucked from here. $6.34 is the $6.34 is the stop loss that you should be employing if you are long on the weekly charts. Full stop in line. The big target is $7.62. On the traders time frame, we are thinking about $7.20 as the next probable target, and you can have a stop loss at $6.89. We thought we had a really good run out of FMG, basically making 50% or more, I think. I'm not sure exact numbers that we made on the last PHG trade, and we've been hoping for a dip, but we have not been getting that, which is disappointing. Full stop, new line. Sam has just sent through a message, and I'll copy that if I may, Sam. With your permission. Now, so he's saying, so apparently it takes 2 months for a shipment of iron ore to get from Brazil to China. So therefore, apparently the shortage hasn't actually been physically felt. It's just been tighter in anticipation of the shortage. Also, the cyclone in Western Australia didn't help. Rio has temporarily removed 85 megatons out, but to counter that, a person was in China consulting with Chinese iron ore traders. They don't seem to be too concerned. I guess we're about to find out soon. Well, the problem, Chinese activity has been quite slow, and they've been thinking they're in a recession. And what we saw yesterday or the day before was a report from China that their activity has jumped substantially. Full stop, new line. Now, to the extent that that matters, I don't know, but it doesn't look like the Chinese are slowing down as much as they thought. Full stop, new line. The Chinese iron ore, the energy space is not rallying as much as I would have thought. So we still probably have the chance of going at 10,743 for a pickup zone. Pickup, yeah, I did short term on Rio, I think. Yeah, I did. Currently in the trades, it needs a stop loss at 96.21 on Rio. Pick an energy stock. We're also entering the time of winter season when a lot of men actually think about killing themselves. So be kind to your men, please. And men, be kind to yourselves. Big statistics around June, July, and August, particularly in Phillip Island. A lot of blokes kill themselves in Phillip Island. A lot of blokes listen to the negative self-talk that happens in the press about men. OSH.ASX, oil search. In the Northern Hemisphere, that killing season of men for themselves is usually around mid to late December, and that's also why the Saturnalia festival was created. So let's talk about something else more cheerful. On the investors' time frame, we are seeing nothing. It would be nice to get above $8.50. That would be pleasing, but for the time being, the weekly charts are saying, don't own this below $7.78. Look for $7.45 on the downside, full stop, new line. On the traders time frame, we see a break above $8 is a good thing. Otherwise, wait for a little bit lower. Full stop. If it does break up, your stop loss can be below $7.78. The gold index is just frothing itself up. It's like a beer. Bubbles up, bubbles down, bubbles up, bubbles down, full stop, new line. At the moment, it's probably in a fourth wave, so we can expect 62.20 on the upside, new line. Pick a gold stock. Cindy, are you asleep at the desk or are you okay? Let me know. I haven't seen any gold stocks come through from Sydney. Cindy, sorry. There you go. You're awake. Did somebody mention gold stocks? Cindy's awake. I say Silverlake's a corker, isn't it? Only just. RSG.ASX Resolute. RSG.ASX Resolute. This is ticking, but it isn't running. Needs a break above $1.25. That would be good. Stop loss would be below $1.02, and then look for $1.43. On the intermediate time frame, we're looking for $1.29. If it can kick further above $1.23, your stop loss should be below $1.17. On the traders time frame, we can have a stop loss at $1.19 and look for $1.33. Traders time better entry is above $1.23. The healthcare index. The weekly charts are just trying to break up as they're opening. It looks like it's broken, not quite broken last month's high, full stop new line. That would, sorry, last week's high. That would be above 30,700. Pick a healthcare stock. One moment, please. David Hunterlow. Yes, it is. I'm good, thank you. I'm in the middle of a webinar. Go ahead. I'm just in the middle of a webinar for my clients. So can you be quick, please? Not general chit-chat. Probably in the next hour. I'll be finished about 11 as per normal. Okay, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Okay, cheers. Bye. Do I want a general chat with somebody right now? No, I don't. Hello, how are you? CSL.ASX. We are looking at the monthly chart. So far, there's been a lack of direction in the monthly chart. It's gotten above $200, but not pushed on, full stop new line. I think above $200 is a good thing to get going. On the intermediate time frame, we see a breakup, a higher weekly high. We give ourselves a bit of hope that it could go higher, full stop new line. It is still permission long. Seasonally, it's not okay really after early May, full stop new line. So if you're going to play with CSL, just have a limited time horizon for that particular trade, full stop new line. I think it'll still go up. On the traders time frame, we see a good burst of energy to the upside and have a stop loss at $192. And hope for $200, full stop new line. Right now, it's had a good jump up and pulled back a little bit. So if you want to buy some, let's buy a little bit now at $197.08. Say 1/3, and look to buy dips down to $195.83. CSL.ASX. $201. Entered in potential. I'm getting the feeling that if there is a decrease in interest rates from the Reserve Bank tomorrow, the property index will go down. It may have a spike up in an initial reaction, but I think it will be reaching the end of its tether. Pick a property stock. I think Sam was in the room, and he's normally haven't seen him go out yet, but he's normally a GMGer. Let me have a property stock question. Funnily enough, a lot of the banks haven't changed their long-term interest rates despite long-term interest rates going down in Australia and the rest of the world. So if you look if you looked in January, you were getting probably the same rate for fixing forward on your mortgages as you are getting right now, despite a big rally in the bonds. Goodman Group. Goodman Group, interesting. Notice the volume falling as price is falling. It still has some very good things, but there's something a little bit weaker about this than I thought. We can see on the weekly charts, it's just starting to break down. So look for $12.83 on the downside for Goodman Group, full stop new line. Sam, I know you like it, but it might be time to pull your head in a little bit, full stop new line. If you are long and don't want to get out, have a stop loss at $12.70. On the traders time frame, we see bit of extra volume to the downside, so I'm cautious about this. Look down towards $13.17. Should that be taken out, then probably below $13 is the best stop, but if it takes it out, then you're not in a happy place. At 1150, the telecoms index is in a spot of trouble. if it breaks down below there, and it's worse below 1130, full stop new line. Normally this is a good time and happy time for the telecoms index until the end of April, early May. Pick a telecom stock. Okay, it is a choice. It is a choice. We don't really have that many telecoms. What's Speedcast? Is it SDA? SDA. Okay, we were talking about this one as being in bull horns warnings. Okay. Let's look at SDA. Seventh-day Adventists. Also known as Speedcast International. Now the weekly charts on this are okay, looking for a rally to mid-May and as high as $3.95. The weekly charts on this are okay, looking for $3.95. Volume is still not great, but the seasonal charts are okay. So you can run a stop loss at $3.37, full stop in line. On the traders time frame, we can see it a little popping up on a little bit of extra volume, and even though it might dip, the seasonal starts to kick in early April. So if you want to buy something, you might buy down to $3.75 with a stop loss below $3.60. And if it's not in the telecom stock index, let me know, but I think it is because it's something to do with telecoms, which I think is internet. Oh no, it's not telecoms. Somebody said no, somebody didn't say that. Okay. The All Ordinaries Index has come back up to the area. The Small Ordinaries Index has come back up to the area where it's probably going to get rejected. It's either got to make it or fake it, but it will probably break it, full stop new line. Stop loss should be below 2,700. If you've had fun in the small cap stocks, you might want to start banking a little bit of cash. The weather's starting to get shitty here. Okay. On the weekly charts, we see it's come back down into support, so we can identify the painful point, and that is below 2,700. The point of max pain is below 2,700 because the weekly charts will have broken down. Currently, the dailies are also on the top of the hitting into the top channel, which is not so flash given the way that it's declined, full stop new line. Just have some stops in the small caps if you want. Okay, small and mid cap stocks questions. Sri, I know you wanted this in the other one, but I was already moved on before it appeared. SPK.ASX, Spark New Zealand. On the investors time frame, we see an interesting buying session of volume last month. So kicking its head above $3.70, we look at for $3.81. Closing below $3.63 is negative. On the weekly charts, we see towards $3.75 with a stop loss below $3.50. On the traders time frame, we can see that this has pulled back into the zone of where you could buy it from nibble, but I don't think so. Best to look for $3.55 for a couple of reasons, with a stop loss below $3.50 if you are buying this. No one else has any small and mid-cap stocks questions? Okay, well, I'll do next DC because, and I won't take any more because you're obviously not asking for them, so I won't bother with them. Okay, so we've done a few already, I guess. That's true. We've already covered a few small cap stocks. On the investors time frame, next DC is just going sideways. On the intermediate time frame, we can see it needing a break above $6.39 and having a stop loss at $6.10. On the traders time frame, the daily charts are doing a little bit of a breaking up, and having a stop loss at $6.20 does make sense. Top 100 stocks questions. We've covered Wesfarmers and a few of the other ones, SGP, Mirvac. It's Bellamy's not top 100, I believe, is it? Is it top 100? I think it's top 100 bogus companies in Australia, but I'm not sure about top 100. But I'll put it down. Now Bellamy's has been headbutting the top of the channel. So if it fails here, which I don't think it will, but looking down to $7.91. I thought I did Bellamy's earlier. I know I talked about it for the wedgies. Yeah, we've talked about Bellamy's already, Sri. So yeah, just have a look at that one. See the start of the webinar transcript for Bellamy's. CIM.ASX, CIM.ASX, CIMIC. Sorry for not remembering that. We see CIMIC at the top end of the range. For the life of me, I can't see a good reason to buy this. Full stop, new line. On the weekly charts, I won't like it at all below $48. On the daily charts, we can see there's been a bit of pounding on volume, and today it's opened up, hit $50 and is now down $1. Let's short this now at $49.07 as new PHG trade, looking for at least $48.23 and a stop loss above $50. Entered. Warning, budget night on CAM. I don't care, Jason. Thank you, but I don't care. OZL.ASX, Oz Minerals. You think it might just be a plaything, people grabbing for stuff. Now, they've started talking about elections later this year, and that's a good thing because Bill Shorten can't screw up next year's stocks, dividends. Yeah, but infrastructure projects are usually the largesse and the corruption of the local state governments. They're not usually the purvey of Liberal Party, fast rail and all that bullshit. I mean, CIMIC does do rail, level crossings and all that sort of stuff, and they have stuff in northern, at the back of Rockhampton, I think. Oz Minerals is doing good things on the investors timeframe column, and it's got good volume. It should, in theory, last until May. Full stop, new line. Currently, you can have a stop loss below $9.70 if you are a buyer. Intermediate time frame column. It's popped its head up, but it's kind of got a little bit too far. So probably look to buy down towards $10.62 or $10.50 with a $10.45 stop loss, new line. Traders time frame column. On the traders time frame, we can see that it's got a double top, so don't have to rush in and buy this. You can look down to $10.23 to $10.39. That's the buying zone. Stop loss below $10.10 if it rotates back down. We seem to have reviewed most PHG trades already. We're up at 44%, for which we are actually quite grateful that happened. Probably would have liked to have done more. Now, there's an MQG, which we haven't talked, buy a break above 129 and down to 127.97. Let's have a look at MQG. Won't come up fast. Never got filled on the downside, but got the break up. I'm pretty sure we put this on Friday, so we got filled on the 29th of the 3rd. Entered, and stop is 124. Entered 1/3. It would have been nice, sorry, 1/2. Would have been nice to do market on open, wouldn't it? Okay, so we're going to bring that stop up to 126. We've talked about NAB. We haven't talked about Telstra or TPM. It's probably not that interesting to talk about TPM, but let's look at Telstra. This is not good, Jono. Stop. This is no. This is not good. This is not good. Let's exit now at 329. Big deal. We jumped in at 328 or something, didn't we? Exit 1/2 now. 29 filled. 10:34 a.m. on the 1st of the 4th, 19. TPM still waiting. Focus 357 is a break up. Did we get that? We did. We got filled and now it's back down. So we got filled on the 28th. So we maybe got filled on something else. 28th, 3rd, 19. Entered. 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 And stop at 347. That can be now at 358. And I don't know where those targets came from, but 380 was achieved. Westpac, we've bought. Stop is at 25 stop close only, or 25.80. Sorry, I didn't do that during the Westpac session. Apologies, 25.28. Yep, so let's bring it up to $26. Entered. $26 is good. AMP, we're still long. Stop at 208. AMP is beginning to bother me. We can bring the stop up now to 210. So we're starting to make some money on this, which is, no, we're not making money on anything of that. So we enter 2/3. ANZ, let's have a look at what that is done. It's okay, looking for 26.65. It's better than I thought. Stop can go up to $26. We talked about everything else. Is there anything else missing there? TPM we've done. Thank you. Let's have a look at the index, see what it's done in general, and then we'll get out of here. Index is okay, as we suspected. There was a bit of a gap up in the SPY. Things get a little bit less fun below 62.30. Thanks everyone. Have a wonderful time. Enjoy your day.